It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to the About Time Boxing family and my Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you and much appreciation to everybody that has subscribed to the channel and who has been taking out the time to watch the videos and like the videos and leave the comments. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Pass the word about Rashawn's About Time Boxing. We new to the YouTube channel thing, but we not new to the fight game. Let's go. Saul Canelo Alverez. Wow. Canelo was losing points with a lot of people, man. So it's announced that he's going to fight next Avni Yildirim, who, by the way, used to be a sparring partner of Canelo Alverez. And from what I'm getting, he basically forced the WBC into making that fight. Why won't you fight Jermall Charlo? Because in all of the stats, Jermall Charlo is always at the top. And then people can say whatever they want. They can say, oh, Jermall Charlo hasn't fought anybody, this, that, and the third, and all that. All right, well, if he didn't fight nobody, then guess what? This should be an easy win for Canelo. He shouldn't have no problem beating him. When he could have fought Jermall Charlo at 160, he chose to drop the belt and then buy I don't know what you want to call a protection title or whatever you want to call it. He got that franchise belt, which is a bunch of BS. And everywhere people go, everywhere Canelo go, and people ask him, when you gonna fight Charlo? When you gonna fight Charlo? I don't know when that fight's gonna happen. But you're going to entertain fighting Errol Spence because you know Errol Spence is smaller and he has to come up. But everybody, even your own camp, your own, even Eddie Reynoso, your own trainer, your former promoter Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, a lot of the old legends and all that. They all told you, Canelo, they said, for you to be great, you have to fight Jermall Charlo. You have to fight him. Why you won't fight Jermall Charlo? You won't fight Demetrius Andrade. And you claim that if you fight Demetrius Andrade, it's going to be a boring fight. Then you say, oh, because he didn't fight nobody. And then you saying the fans is going to blame you if it's a boring fight. I can't see that fight with you and Demetrius Andrade being no boring than your fight with Callum Smith. And if you think that that was an exciting fight, like, come on, man, it was target practice. And you knew that was going to be an easy win for you. That's why I made the video that I made about that fight. And everybody said, no, Callum Smith is legit. No, Jermall Charlo is legit. So why won't you fight him? And when they do a poll at the top, they got Jermall Charlo at 80%. They got Jermall Charlo 60%. Billy Joe Saunders at 18%. David Benavidez at 10%, which, by the way, would be a good fight for you too, but you don't want to fight him either. Demetrius at 5%, and they got Caleb Plant at 8%. When they're asking who do they want to see him fight, Jermall Charlo is at the top of the list. So why won't you fight Jermall Charlo? Is it becoming a case that Canelo Alverez is ducking Jermall Charlo? Looks that way to me. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Canelo is ducking Jermall Charlo? Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell. Leave me some comments and let me know what y'all think. Y'all want my opinion? I think he is ducking him. How can you be considered to be pound for pound the greatest and you're not fighting, you know, the greats that's, you know, in your weight class? Now, The guy Avni, I think he's 29 years old. He has 2 losses. He got KO'd by Chris Eubanks Jr. and he lost a technical decision to Anthony Durrell. I think it was like a clash of heads or something like that. But how? And listen, and this is in no way, shape, or form to discredit, Avni Yildirim. This is not try to, to discourage him. But I mean, come on. He was a former sparring partner of Canelo Alverez. He worked with Canelo. And from what I heard, they said basically Canelo like forced the WBC to make that fight happen. And now you're gonna fight this guy, but you won't fight Demetrius Andrade. You won't fight Jermall Charlo. I mean, come on, man. You supposed to be pound for pound the greatest. See, that's why some people say arguably. And then you got to think about what type of example are you setting for the younger generation coming up underneath you? What type of example are you setting for them? You want them to follow that blueprint? It's not good. Jermall Charlo, see, listen, and Ryan Garcia said he wanted to see Jermall Charlo fight, see Canelo fight Jermall Charlo. But where I disagree with him is he said, oh, Canelo wins by knockout. No, he don't. No, he don't. No, he does not. Jermall Charlo can knock out Canelo Alverez. I'm not saying that Canelo can't hurt him or, but there's a sign up clearly when it comes to Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo. There's a sign in front of Canelo that says proceed with caution. Or a sign that says reroute. And you go a whole different direction. See, that's what I meant about him fighting Callum Smith. Callum Smith, come on, man. And no disrespect to Callum Smith either. But why won't Canelo fight Jermall Charlo? Because he's scared. He's scared of Jermall Charlo. He's scared of what the outcome might be. And that's exactly why he don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade either, because he's scared of what the outcome might be. Possible Andrade could hurt him or just outbox him and make him look bad. And then that kills, the whole, the greatest pound for pound in the sport. He's the biggest star and all that. He might be the biggest star, but pound for pound, nah, I don't got Canelo being pound for pound. In the list, maybe. But guaranteed pound for pound, no. So when are you going to fight Jermall Charlo, dude? When are you going to fight this guy? When are you going to fight him? Because that's what everybody, that's the $1 million question. When are you going to fight Jermall Charlo? Because that's who you should be fighting. In my opinion, you should fight Jermall Charlo. Then you should fight Demetrius Andrade. And then Demetrius Andrade and Charlo should fight each other. And then you can go on fighting everybody else. They said, man, they said it's a pattern with Canelo. He fighting, they say a pattern of fighting all these European fighters, but he won't fight no black fighters, or no Mexican fighters for that matter. He don't want to fight David Benavidez. David Benavidez is strong, young. The only thing that Canelo and David Benavidez got in common is they both got in trouble for taking performance-enhancing drugs or something like that to that effect. No, matter of fact, I think David Benavidez had cocaine in his system or something like that. But Canelo said it was some Mexican meat or something that he ate. But that's neither here nor there. We ain't tripping about that. We talking about why won't you fight Jermall Charlo, who's clearly a worthy opponent for you, and you just got right around him. Wouldn't fight him at 160, dropped your belt, got them to give you a franchise belt, then you go right up to 68. That's a shame. Because Jermall Charlo is, I can't say it enough. Canelo Alverez is ducking Jermall Charlo. He is scared to fight Jermall Charlo. And his own trainer, even Eddie Reynoso said, listen, for him to be great, he's going to have to fight him. So I don't understand, what it is that you waiting for. What you waiting for, Jermall Charlo to have like this super long layoff and have all this ring rust on, and then you want to try to call him out? Even if that's the case, Jermall Charlo gonna take the fight because that's what he do. Canelo, you gotta stop running and step up, man. Fight Jermall Charlo. Fight Demetrius Andrade. Fight them dudes. Fight David Benavidez. If you want to be great, if you beat all three of them guys, there's no question, no discussion at all. You will be pound for pound for sure. And you will be considered one of the all-time greats. All-time greats. But those three fights right there, those are your defining fights right there. Not Cullum Smith, not Avni Yildirim, not even Billy Joe Saunders, or even Caleb Plant. And I don't got nothing against none of them guys, but the three that I mentioned, Charlo, Andrade, and David Benavidez, those three right there, dude. But you will probably get around all that stuff and let Errol Spence come up to 160 or a catch weight somewhere for you to fight him. Come on, man. Talk about cherry picking. Come on, man. Like, that's ridiculous. Drop me some comments, man. Smash that like button. Let me know what y'all think. Is Canelo Alverez ducking Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, and David Benavidez? Or do y'all think that he got a greater plan? Because the longer he wait to fight him, that can't be good for Canelo. Can't be good for him. Because he's getting older. He got getting wear and tear on him. So why you feel like that you still at the top of your game and you fresh, you might as well fight them dudes now. No excuses. And the number one fight everybody wants to see you fight is Jermall Charlo. His brother Jermall was even calling you out at 154. And you wouldn't even fight. And you got around that then. See, that's why I keep telling people the Charlos is a lot more dangerous than people think. I'm telling you, they are some dangerous dudes. I'm telling you. So, I mean, listen, y'all let me know what y'all think. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV, Aki TV, Showboat TV, and always the biggest shout to my About Time Boxing family and my Trill 100 Mil gang. This is Rashawn's About Time Boxing, and we are signing off.